Hey Mom, welcome back to my channel. So as you can see from the title of today's video, I'll be showing you guys how I customize my 4x4 lace front wig, and this particular wig is from Vivibabi Wig. Now Vivibabi Hair is an online store on Amazon, which is actually really good because they actually have affordable prices. It is 100% human hair, and the particular wig that I have, it is deep wave. Like I said, it's a lace front wig, 4x4, 180% density. This is 20 inches, and it also has Swiss lace. So inside the box, you're going to get the wig, of course, which comes fully protected. You're going to get a card that actually has our social media platforms on there, and you're also going to get some extra wig caps as well. So here I'm just showing you guys basically how the wig came out of the box. It was really soft, didn't smell weird, wasn't shedding at all. Everything was pretty much intact, and that's pretty much what I'm showing you how the inside of the wig looks like, as well as the lace. Quick shout out to Vivibabi Hair for sponsoring this video, by the way. Alright, so now it's time to bleach the knots. The good thing about it is that since this is only a 4x4 lace front wig, we don't really have a lot to do. So I have my powder here as well as the developer. I will list everything in the description box down below. And it's just pretty easy to mix it all together. I always start with powder, a little bit of developer, because the one thing you don't want to do is have your bleach so runny. It should kind of be like toothpaste. Like as far as the thickness of it, it should be like toothpaste. So normally you kind of should be wearing gloves when you do this, but I'm just so used to it that I just go in without gloves. You can also put some Got To Be glue spray on the lace to make sure that the bleach does not sink into the hair itself. But to be honest with you, I'm just so used to it that I already know how it's going to come out, so I'm pretty comfortable with it. But if it is your first time, I would suggest wearing gloves and spraying some Got To Be glue spray on the hair just to make sure that the bleach does not get on the hair, because then that'll, have like orange spots, and you don't really want that, but yeah. So I pretty much just let the bleach sit on there for like a good 45-50 minutes. You can leave it on longer, but you're probably going to come out with over bleached knots. So I just rinsed off a little bit first to kind of see what the knots was looking like. And as long as I'm comfortable with it, then I just go ahead and I rinse the rest of it off. Alright, so here you can kind of see what the lace is looking like. So I normally put it on the palm of my hand. Well, not the palm of my hand, but like on, the back of my hand to kind of see what the lace is looking like, as well as my finger. It kind of looks a little bit more like scalp. It is a little bit over bleached, but that's actually perfect for me. I'll explain why later. But if you could tell, the lace is pretty brassy. So we're going to use the Shimmering Light shampoo. And what this is supposed to do is kind of tone that down. So I basically just washed the lace off with that, as well as the rest of the hair, just in case any bleach got on the rest of the hair, which mine did just a little bit. But other than that, I didn't really have any issues. So I just used that shampoo, washed it all out, and it'll be as good as new when I show you guys afterwards. Alright, so you see that? You see how like that orange tint kind of went away? That's what you want. That's what that shampoo does. So I definitely recommend it if you don't have it already. That way, if you over bleach your knots, sis, you good to go. So here I'm just kind of showing you what the lace is looking like. Like I said, my knots is over bleached a little bit. But to be perfectly honest with you, I kind of feel like over bleached knots makes it a little bit easier to blend as far as like your wig cap and just your natural scalp color. Like, I don't know, I just feel like it just makes it a lot more easier. Don't over bleach it, but if it's just a tad bit over bleached, it's perfectly fine. Alright, so as you can see, the lace is looking really good. It's giving scalp. I'm so proud of myself. I did such a good job. So now it is time to pluck the lace. And since we have a 4x4, this is going to be easy peasy. But as you can see here, I'm basically making a part a little less than an inch away from the hairline. Please don't pluck your lace front directly from the hairline. You're going to be mad when you have a huge bald spot and it just looks crazy, alright? So I have some heavy duty tweezers here that I got from the local beauty supply store. And I'm also going to go ahead and secure the wig with these pins that I got from the beauty supply store as well, or you could get them from Amazon. Just to forewarn you though, although these pins is good to have to make sure that the wig is secure, please be careful when you're taking them out of the wig head and the lace, because you will, you know, rip your lace if you're too heavy-handed, all right? So I'm plucking little by little, even though that this clip is kind of fast, but I'm plucking little by little. I'll brush it, I'll spray it, repart it. It's a lot easier to watch versus me just explaining it to you guys. So just keep watching and you'll see the difference. Alright, so as you can see, when I brush it back, you see how much hair was plucked out. I'm going to show you guys a little bit. There is a tiny bald spot in the front, but it's not too bad. But you see how it's a little bit more natural-like. And then don't forget, we still have to cut the lace. So it's okay if it's a little over plucked, but other than that, just make sure that you're careful, okay? So this is what the wig looks like afterwards. Don't worry, one side is not over plucked than the other one. It's just that one side is brushed more towards the side and the other one is a little bit more wet and is brushed more towards the back. But I just really wanted to get a close-up of the lace. If you see like those orange dots, that is a sign that I kind of over bleached it. But like I said, a little bit over bleached makes it a lot easier to blend, at least in my personal opinion. So now I'm just showing you guys this spray tint. They actually have a bunch of different shades. This is the light brown shade. I'm going to list that in the description box as well. This, sis, this makes a complete difference, okay? Like, I don't really like to use makeup on my wigs like that anymore. Definitely not foundation. I will use the powder, but this spray tint just makes it so much easier, and it also makes it look a lot more natural as well. Alright, so now I'm just showing you what the wig looks like after the spray tint. As you can see, it looks definitely a lot more natural looking, definitely more so my scalp color. So that's the importance of making sure that you use that spray tint over foundation. If you want to use your powder, I feel like that's fine too, like your makeup powder, but the spray tint, I just feel like it's just 10 times better. So now I'm just putting on the wig. Just to make sure it fits on my head correctly. I did sew on the elastic band from ear to ear just for more security. And look at that scalp, sis. Like, I did such a good job. So I did take it off just to readjust the straps in the back and make it a lot more tighter. And I just retry on the wig and I'm going to glue it down. I'm going to show you guys what glue I use in a second. Alright, Alright, so normally I don't use glue, right? But if I am going to use glue, I'm going to use this Esha Absolute Lace Wig Adhesive Glue. It is a strong hold, but let me tell you guys why I prefer this glue over any other one besides Bold Hold. Bold Hold is good too, but this specific glue also comes with a matching spray. So when you're ready to take your wig off, you literally just spray a couple sprays from that bottle, sis, and the wig comes right off. And I don't know, I just prefer this glue because I feel like it's not irritating. Like, it just doesn't do too much. Like, it doesn't dry weird or anything like that. Oh, and it also is waterproof. So this lace glue was actually trending on YouTube a while ago because everybody was trying it out. It definitely does help, you know, as far as you sweating. It keeps your wig intact, so that's pretty much why I prefer it. But yeah, so as you guys can see, I'm pretty much just putting the lace down, making sure it's secure. I'm also going to tie it down with this scarf, but you kind of should use a piece of elastic band. That'll really get you that melt, but I just used the scarf for today. Alright, so now I'm just brushing all the extra hairs out of the way, and now I'm going to go ahead with this small razor and I'm just going to start cutting the lace. I also did switch over to my scissors afterwards. The one thing though is you're really not supposed to cut the lace in a straight line. You should kind of do like zigzag lines. It'll help it be a little bit more natural looking, but I was not really paying attention when I was doing it. So, I mean, you can't really tell afterwards, but definitely cut your lace in more of a zigzag. Don't do a straight line. But now I'm just going in with some makeup, some powder to make the lace a little bit more blendable on my forehead. And then I'm going to go ahead and section off the baby hairs. Make sure you don't go too far back when you're doing that as well. So now I'm just going to go ahead and use the Mousse Def. This is my favorite mousse. I'll have that listed in the description box as well. And I'm just going to start doing my baby hairs, which takes me a minute, by the way. I suck at doing baby hairs, but what I would prefer is if you're like me, start with some water on the brush or some mousse and lay your baby hairs down until you get it the way that you want to get it. Then go in with some edge gel and set it in place, or some got-to-be glue, whatever you use. Do that afterwards, but just make sure that you have your baby hairs exactly like you want it before you set it. Alright, it came out so cute. I love the way it looks. So I'm going to go ahead and lay the scarf down again so I can lay my baby hairs down. The rest of the video, I'm just going to show you guys how I pretty much style the hair. I'm going to wet the hair, use the mousse. That's all I really like to use on my wigs, by the way. I don't like to use gel on my wigs. I prefer the mousse. Just water and mousse and you're good to go, alright? And then I'm also going to do some like 2 flat twists in the front. So I'm just going to let you guys watch the rest of the video because there's really not much to explain, but yeah. so this is the final look of the hair. I hope that the tutorial was easy for you guys to follow. To be honest, when it comes to lace fronts, if you're like just starting off with wigs, I definitely do recommend like the 4x4 type of lace fronts, like the short ones, because it's just so easy to work with. The HD lace, it's so much easier to blend. Now, as you guys saw like in the previous clip, I did kind of over bleach the knots, but I never go too over bleaching. But I personally find that over bleaching the knots actually kind of help you blend it just a little bit better, especially if you have that spray tint that I showed you guys in the previous clip. I mean, I don't recommend over bleaching your knots if you're not comfortable, like if you're just starting out, but that's actually something that I personally like to do, because I just kind of feel like when it comes to blending with my makeup and stuff like that, it just makes it a lot more easier, to be honest with you. And you can always fix it with some either black spray tint on the part or some mascara if, you know, any bleach gets on the hair. It's really not that serious. You can always fix it, so that's a good thing about it. But yeah, definitely don't over bleach it, but I feel like over bleaching it just a tad bit definitely does help. And then as far as the hair, like there was barely any shedding, to be honest with you. Styling it was just very easy. The hair is just super easy to work with, so I feel like if you're just starting out on wigs, this is definitely a good beginner wig to start off with. Like I said, the frontal was easy to pluck. It was only a 4x4 frontal, so it's not really too much to do. So the hair came out super cute. I actually really do like this hair. It's soft, you know, it's the perfect length for me, and it's 4x4, you know, like there's just no issues with this. So like I said, I would definitely recommend it. I will have all of the information in the top of the description box for you guys. That way it's easy to follow, because who wants to keep spending $500 on like lace front wigs and stuff like that? I sure don't. I haven't in a while. If you don't know, Amazon wigs is actually becoming a lot more popular now, more affordable wigs, and everyone's just kind of taking the time to really learn how to customize them rather than buying a $500 wig and then you mess up on, you know what I mean? So honestly, this is just super easy to work with. It's super cute. The hairstyle came out super cute. I do wish I had rubber bands, but you know, that's okay. I just had to work with what I had, and I had the bobby pins, so yeah. But as always, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you give me a very big thumbs up before you click off. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, and definitely make sure you check out this hair. Like I said before, I will have all of the information at the top of the description box for you guys, and hopefully everything was easy to follow. I will also have all of the links and information as far as the bleach powder I use, the developer, the spray tint, everything will be in the description box for you guys, all right? But thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you next time. Bye.